I don't want to talk about this long, but let's talk about the Justin and what's his name? Baldoni thing. Who's winning in that now?
Well, I think public opinion-wise, Justin Baldoni's winning by a mile. Blake Lively has been exposed to be a bitch and to be over-exaggerating in how she presented her story.
This has ruined her career, don't you think?
Yeah, it's definitely hurt it, and it's probably not going to hurt Ryan Reynolds. And even if it does, he's made generational money, so it ain't the worst. He owns a phone company. He's fine. But the fact that what they tried to do to Baldoni, and now that we know how bitchy Blake Lively was and how the things she presented as truth are now false, and on top of that, Taylor Swift, who was her bestie, wants nothing to do with her anymore. And that's bigger than her losing the court case.
Oh, yeah.
Taylor Swift, you tell me, all right, let's say you have 2 children, 2 daughters, and you have 2 sisters too. Why would you make Taylor Swift the godmother of all your children and not your sisters first? I think that's so weird that she's godmother of all the kids. It's a superficial Hollywood bullshit move. You got 2 sisters. They've got to be godmother to your first 2 kids. Taylor Swift has had it with her. She's lost her as a bodyguard or as a friend. And Blake Lively is going to. I think there'll be a settlement before the actual case happens in court, and Baldoni will win, and this will do more for Baldoni's career moving forward. And Blake Lively will definitely be hurt.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't really care about Justin Bieber, but can we just talk about this for 1 second? How did his wife, who really was a nobody and stalked him for years, just sell her skincare line for $1 billion? Do you even think that's true?
No, I don't. Every newspaper prints it. I don't believe the $1 billion. I know she sold it. I've never heard of Rhodes.
Never. I'm a female. I've never heard of it.
You know every beauty product. To me, you and what's her name on Real Housewives? The chick who was nuts. I love her. She's crazy. The New Yorker, the girl who had,
Ramona?
No, the better one. The
Bethany.
Bethany. To me, Bethany and you would know every beauty product, every best bag to wear. I know. And then Hillary, what the fuck? What's Rhodes Cosmetics?
Never heard
Nobody knows. They blow up the figures like they did with Kylie about she made $1 billion. No, she didn't. Look, she made a lot of money, but she needed to because she saved Justin Bieber because he was in bad financial straits, according to Harvey Levin, through his Scott Storch, right, and other people. Look, Justin Bieber is going through such shit because he was definitely abused by P. Diddy.
Yeah,
his name will probably not be mentioned, but leading up to that, he was very nervous about it. He dresses like shit. He's smoking weed in front of there was a story yesterday. He's smoking weed. His newborn is the same couch as he was. He's not a father figure at all. He's lost his mind. Very sad. And now suddenly she blew up as the billionaire wife. I don't get it. I think she's very pretty. I'm happy for her, but a billionaire? Bullshit. I'll never believe that.
Yeah, I don't understand that relationship at all. And he just looks worse and worse and messier.
He does.
And
looks
messier.
Horrible.
Okay, let's get into his relationship with Puffy, because I do think it's interesting that his name, I agree, his name will probably stay out of this. But like, how? I want to hear the juicy stuff with like all these people that are so fucked and whose lives are messed up. Like, I wish someone like Justin would come out and be like, let me tell you what happened. But no one's going to really get that honest.
No, it's career suicide, and it's also very personal. But Puffy's not on trial for that. He's on trial for specific things, and that's why he really could walk. Because the things he's on trial for are not necessarily what we all would love him to be. Like, he had crazy parties, baby oil with drugs in them, and treated his assistants like shit. Cassie was like a whore that guys could have sex with, and he was banging other girls. So it's a big, crazy mishmash of a man who just was very powerful, hell-bent on being powerful, having sex when he wanted. The only thing they can get him on, I think, is transporting girls across state lines. The other stuff to me is like, okay, he lived crazy. It's not illegal to have baby oil on your walls. It's not illegal for girls to leave their menstrual blood on your sheets in a hotel. But yeah, he treated people like shit, but he's not on trial for that. He's on trial for different things. I think if they get him, it's only going to be on the transportation of females state to state. That's it. Otherwise, it's just a bad guy.
I haven't looked at the official things that they're charging him for, but like this thing with Cassie, she already settled with him and she got like $20 million or whatever it was. So could he actually be on trial for what? Abusing her in the hallway of the hotel?
No, she got $20 million from him and $10 million from the hotel. She got $30 million. And watching her testify to me was like, no one feels sorry for her. She's got $30 million in the bank. She's pregnant. God bless her for testifying. She's a beautiful girl, but her texts and her emails are her loving the freak offs, begging, when's the next one? I'm ready, baby. I'm going to go here and ask so-and-so. She liked them. I mean, the proof's there. It doesn't matter if he called her a bitch or he treated her like shit. She wasn't angry about the freak offs. And all we kept hearing was all these celebrities are involved. Wait till you hear. That's not the lawsuit either. The case. The case is what happened to these women. So far, no underage girls have spoken up on the stand. You've got Cassie, who agreed to the freak offs and was okay with them. So I'm not sure. And we got the other story that happened today or yesterday of his old chaperone chauffeur assistant, Bentley Farnsworth, whose real name is Derek Watkins, saying, Puffy liked young girls and this and that. Okay, well, where are they? Did they file suit?
And also, somebody did just file a suit against Puffy and against Farnsworth or whatever the hell his name is.
That just happened,
Derek, recently in the last couple of days, saying that he raped young girls, underage girls, and boys. We'll see what comes out of that because I think it was anonymous again.
Right.
But also today on the stand, and I think it's a continuation of yesterday, his assistant was on the stand who I don't think we really know their real name. They go by Mia.
Mia, right.
And she is saying that what I found the most interesting thing she said is she didn't report the abuse because she was scared of violating her NDA, essentially.
I know.
And I thought that brought up a really interesting conversation point about NDAs. And what you just said before, I don't know if you heard yourself, but you were like, no one feels sorry for her. She got $30 million.
Right.
So like, what are your thoughts, or what do you think the bigger picture thoughts are about people who take money, but they were abused? And so should they keep quiet, or like, what is your whole thought on that?
Well, they're more than welcome to not be quiet and speak up, but the public opinion and jurors' opinions will make it different. They'll go, look, jurors are upset they're losing money at their job to make whatever they give you in court. What is it, $40 a day? Whatever.
I think it's $43. Wait, you don't think they're so excited to be there on this trial?
No. I mean, they look, you and I love gossip. Most of these people, a jury of your peers, it's like they don't even know the things we know about this industry. So they're just listening.
That's so true. And by the way, I've been on a grand jury. People don't have hair. They don't have, not as in bald. Like, they don't take care of themselves. They don't have teeth. They don't know how to complete a sentence.
Right.
It's like, they're not really a jury of your peers. But okay.
They're not. I mean, I have a podcast where I'll post a picture of Selena Gomez and a friend, and there's 2 lines of Coke on the table, and I'll go, everybody in Hollywood does Coke. And my listeners will go, who are these girls? I'm like, you listen to my show. People don't really know. They're not obsessed with celebrity as we are.
Yeah.
But look, the NDAs are a great tool for these monsters to operate under, like Harvey Weinstein, et cetera. And by the way, really quick, I sent Harvey Weinstein an email. I went through his PR person, because everything that Candace Owens is saying now on her show, I don't know if you've heard it, because she spoke to Harvey. Everything he's saying to her, I said to my listeners back in 2018. There's nothing new about this, but Candace thinks she's got exclusives. She's got nothing. So I said,
what is she saying?
It's all the same shit. Harvey's saying it's consensual. This didn't happen. That didn't happen. It's like, just because she got him on the phone doesn't mean that you broke a story.
Right.
I've known everything from the jump, and I sent Harvey the email just to say, in other words, look, I had to protect myself because my name was mentioned. That crazy story about him raping chicks and me helping him. It wasn't about that. I helped him years before that with an affair against his wife. Not about raping girls, but the public just doesn't get it. But NDAs, as Harvey Weinstein had many people sign, is such a powerful tool for them to get away with murder. And that's what Diddy demanded from people. But look, girls like his assistant, Candace Capricorn, great fucking name, Candy Capricorn. She was with him for years, made a lot of money, and he would shove her, slap her, made her life miserable. But why did she work for him for a decade and a half? Because there's money, there's parties, there's influence. You meet the world.
People understand how intoxicating for someone who is not famous, and they're all of a sudden in this world. And not only are they just part of it, going to parties, they are the gatekeeper for the most famous person in that group. And that makes them feel very powerful. And without that identity, they are no one. And I really don't think people understand that. So they deal with all the abuse because they know they'll be replaced. And they want the money, they want the fame, they want the access, and they want to be the gatekeeper to that person. So I think it's very understandable when you know it from that angle why they stay.